Sugar, ba 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 ba, honey, honey, ba 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 ba. I knew they were gonna perform that song at some point. Josie and the Pussycats performed Sugar Sugar in this week's episode of Riverdale, although that's typically the Archie song, but the Archies have not been formed in this version of Riverdale or this version of Archie yet. Josie and the Pussycats performed it, and they got all hip-hop with it, and they had a drumline band. I was expecting Nick Cannon to show up. And for anyone that's going, oh my god, my childhood, they ruined Sugar Sugar, it shouldn't be a rap, boo! Well, actually the song they perform is a real song. It's a song called Candy Girl, parentheses, Sugar Sugar, performed by Inner Circle with Flo Rida. That song sampled the 1960s Archie song Sugar Sugar. So they're singing a song that's based on a song from the Archies that was actually a remake of the song by another group that was sampling the song from the Archies and now putting in this new version of Archie Show. My brain just exploded right now. Very good performance, very enjoyable. Just a couple things. One, there was a clip that they showed online before the episode aired. In that clip, Cheryl Blossom performed part of the rap with Josie. That was not in the actual episode. They cut the Cheryl rap. What's up? Cheryl can't freestyle in the show? Why you gotta be racist? Can't the white girl rap? She could have been the female Eminem right now. Go on, Tasha, 36, 24, 36 flavors, be a lifesaver. Also, as much as I love the song and as much as I love the performance, as much as I love the drumline beat, that was the saddest twerk I've ever seen. I couldn't tell if that was twerking or if they were doing like squat exercises. Why was the twerk so slow? And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and this is twerker exercise. I don't know. Speed up that twerk. I'm gonna speed it up for you. There, that's how it should look. Hi, I'm Andre, and I asked you guys on Twitter if you wanted me to do weekly recaps of Riverdale. Most of you said yes. However, in second place over no was, what's Riverdale? So I guess you haven't heard about this show. Riverdale is this gritty, dark retelling of the Archie comics universe. It has all the characters you know, Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica, Reggie. Taking the Archie universe, giving it a dark, gritty, murder mystery tone with dark secrets, and the fact that I actually grew up on the Archie comics, blend that all together. This is turning into the guilty pleasure I never thought I would ever have, but need now so desperately. It's a drug, man. Like, I know I shouldn't be taking Riverdale, but every Thursday, I get that twitch and I gotta pop it in my mouth. Come on, man. I need that Riverdale fix. Everything's Archie. I did a video about the first episode, which featured a lot of Veronica. In this episode of Riverdale, they featured a lot of Betty, who was just mad at everybody, and I loved it. Betty's mad at Veronica and Archie because they went to Cheryl Blossom's party, and Archie and Veronica did a little 7 minutes in heaven game. Plus, Betty's mad at Archie because she told Archie how she felt about him, and he didn't feel the same way back. She's mad at Cheryl Blossom because Cheryl Blossom keeps picking on her. She's mad at her mom because her mom is overly manipulative and telling her who she should be friends with and not be friends with. But because she's Betty Cooper, she's that sweet, happy Betty Cooper, she always has to try to put that smile on her face. I gotta say, Betty is the character I probably relate to the most. I know that situation where people are just making you so upset and you want to just go off and get it all out there because you know you'll have your fight and then eventually you'll probably be friends immediately after, but because you don't want to cause any problems, because you don't want to set any waves, you try to be like, everything's fine, everything's cool, I'm good, and you just start like twitching a little bit because you keep trying to make yourself feel like nothing's wrong when you know things are wrong, and then eventually at some point you just blow up and probably like take out a bunch of people or chew someone's face off. That's what I'm worried was gonna happen one day. One day I feel like I'm gonna just try to keep all this happiness out there to avoid how I really feel sometimes, and then at some point I'm gonna probably eat someone's face off. By the way, I'll be at SoCal Retro Gaming Expo this weekend, so meet me in person. You could be the lucky one to get your face eaten off. If that ain't a good way to advertise meeting me at a convention, I don't know what is. Panel on Sunday. Veronica even tries to make amends with Betty with the perfect combination of cupcakes and pedicures, but Betty is so mad at Veronica that she takes Veronica's tickets to get those pedicures and instead takes Cheryl Blossom, the girl she hates, and is like, you're gonna get pedicures with me instead. That is straight up foot betrayal. They do not actually show the pedicures happening in the episode. So in case you were hoping to see some Betty, Veronica, Cheryl feet, not in this episode. But of course, you know you can't trust Cheryl, so she uses this opportunity to hang out with Betty. She puts makeup on Betty, which I didn't know that to put makeup on somebody means you have to straddle them the entire time. I need to watch women do makeup more often. I need to watch all these beauty channels because apparently I'm missing something. And Cheryl uses this opportunity of being besties with Betty to basically interrogate her about her older sister Polly, who had a relationship with Jason, her brother, who's now dead, and they had some issues, and Polly is now in like some mental home or something like that. And Betty gets mad because she knows now that Cheryl is just trying to use her yet again. And this is where Betty has that moment where she's about to bite a face off. She literally gets in Cheryl's face and is just like, get the hell out of my house or I will kill you. And I was like, damn. The tension was so tight. Luckily, Riverdale cut to a commercial break of showing how Cheryl Blossom puts her makeup on using CoverGirl products to ease the tension of that scene. Yeah, there's something going on with Betty's sister Polly. Even her mom doesn't want to talk about it because Betty at one point even asked her mom, hey, can I go see Polly? I just want to talk to her and see how she's doing. And mom quickly changes the subject to something else to make her forget that she even asked the question. So I'm curious about this Polly. We got to see her show up at some point. Meanwhile, Archie, who decided to be pretty much without clothes for the first half of this show. I mean, the first time we see Archie in this episode, he is just lying in bed. He's supposed to be sleeping, but his covers are completely knocked off because he's been tossing and turning. Of course, the dude just only sleeps in boxer briefs. And then when he gets up, feeling all guilty, feeling like he needs to go talk to Miss Grundy in the middle of the night, puts on his pants, but he's just like, nah, I don't need a shirt. And he runs down the street shirtless, goes to see Miss Grundy shirtless. You didn't want to put on a shirt? It's late at night in Riverdale. I'm pretty sure there's at least a breeze or something going through. It may be a little chilly outside since you run around at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You were just like, I got these pants on. Do I need a shirt? Nah, there's not enough time. I gotta talk to Miss Grundy now. With no shirt on. Come on, man. You meeting Miss Grundy at 3 o'clock in the morning with no shirt. You know what you're doing. Who's manipulating who here? Actually, that's not even a real question. I know who's manipulating who. Miss Grundy is manipulating Archie. If you had problems with Archie and Miss Grundy's relationship in the first episode like I did, it gets worse in this one. Because last episode, she was like, oh, we did this thing together and we have to never do it again. Go away. I never want to see you again. We're a teacher and student. But then this episode, Archie's all like, look, we need to say something because they were together on July 4th and they heard a gunshot, and it could be the gunshot that killed Jason, so they have to speak up and tell someone about it. But of course, if they do, then it's revealing that they were together and you ain't supposed to be doing that, Grundy. So now Grundy's all like, oh, Archie, don't tell them because if you do, then we'll never get to see each other again, and let me just tickle your hand or something. And I guess that's also sexy. I don't know. I haven't made out with teachers lately, so I'm not sure how it goes down. So now Archie is torn. Should he be the good guy that he usually is and tell the truth, or does he keep his secret to keep Miss Grundy safe? But things get even more complicated when Jughead actually notices them getting a little closey together because they're doing all this in front of a freaking window. Come on, dummies. If you're gonna have this teacher-student relationship, which I do not condone, it's bad, and you're making the Miss Grundy character a terrible person, even though she was a great character in the Archie comics. But if you're at least gonna go this route, at least do it with a room that has the windows. Jughead is seriously just looking through like, I see y'all. Like, I seriously see y'all. I was just waiting for him to yell out, hey, I see you right now. I know my eyes are usually closed in the comics, but I see this. You get a lot more Jughead in this episode, and I really like Cole Sprouse's Jughead in this. You can tell that Archie and Jughead, even though they had this falling out, and we even find out that Archie was supposed to be hanging out with Jughead the weekend that he was hanging out with Miss Grundy when he heard the gunshot. Even with all that going on, they're still best friends. They still trust each other. Jughead does not reveal his secret about Archie, and Archie sticks up for Jughead when they're at a scene where they're hanging out with all the students and Jughead gets picked on by what happens to be one of my favorite characters of the show, Asian Dude Bro Reggie. I'm telling you, man, for every character that's in here dealing with drama and sadness, Asian Dude Bro Reggie does not care because he ain't got no problems. So he just wants to cause trouble for everybody else. He talks mad shit all the time in this show, and every time he does it, I love it. Thank God for Asian Dude Bro Reggie. The perfect modern interpretation of the Reggie Mantle character from the Archie comics. But yeah, when Asian Dude Bro Reggie starts talking to Jughead, giving him crap, Archie sticks up for his friend Jughead to the point where Archie and Reggie get in a big fight. Reggie was also picking on Moose because he's like, how did you and Kevin find this body? Because Moose and Kevin were the one to find the body because Kevin, he's the gay character, and Moose is all like, I like Midge, but you look cute. And they found the dead body, so Reggie's like, well, what y'all doing? Come on, tell Asian Dude Bro Reggie what's up so I can pick on you some more. Because if you don't tell me, I'm gonna pick on you anyway. Pick your choice. Either way, picking's gonna happen from Asian Dude Bro Reggie. Oh, you know what? I didn't talk that much about Kevin. I hope that they do more with Kevin because they keep trying to make these jokes in the show about, oh, you're gonna be the stereotypical gay best friend. But his character is pretty much the stereotypical gay best friend. You can't like point something out and then still do it. Kevin in the comics was the first major gay character in Archie comics. He had a style to him that wasn't that typical stereotype that you see of gay characters on television and movies. Maybe that's just the way he is right now. Hopefully it will progress a little bit more because I just don't want him to just be that. And we find out in this episode that he's the son of the sheriff of Riverdale, so there could be some interesting things with that. I just want to see more with that character. Same goes with Josie and the Pussycats. Josie and the Pussycats have really had no storyline yet in both of these episodes. If you're gonna put Josie and the Pussycats in Riverdale, have them do something. Great, we know they're singers, we know they do music, we know they perform, but can I get just like a little bit of story? Even when they have classes, you don't see Josie and the Pussycats in the same class with everyone else. Are they separated from the other classes? That just sounded really bad. There's a shot when they're in the bathroom and there's no other character in the bathroom but them. Did you segregate Josie and the Pussycats from the rest of the students in class? Just give Josie and the Pussycats their own show. Josie and the Pussycats is the best spin-off show ever. Join the army. Josie and the Pussycats performed at this pep rally where we also meet Josie's mom, who's also the mayor of Riverdale, who is also played by Robin Givens. Woo! I had a crush on her since head of the class. And we also got Mr. Weatherbee. Okay, I'm sorry, this is gonna be really mean of me, but did a virus get out in Riverdale that just decided to turn everybody race to black? Pop Tates is black in this version of Archie. Josie and the Pussycats, all of them are black. Now Mr. Weatherbee is black as well. Literally, there was a scene where we had Mr. Weatherbee, Josie's mom, and Coach Clayton on the stage. And I was like, there's 3 black people on the stage. There has not been this many black people in Riverdale ever. I hope no one has a problem with this. I don't want anybody running around in Riverdale with a red t-shirt going, make Riverdale great again. We got a Mexican Veronica, we got an Asian Dude Bro Reggie, now there's all these black people all in Riverdale. This is not my town. This is a town with pep. This is not pep. Make Riverdale great again. I got an executive order to a Pussycat ban. Anyone who's in Josie and the Pussycats can't come into Riverdale. I'm laughing and making jokes to fight the sadness inside. Betty Cooper syndrome, I'm gonna bite your face off. But Cheryl sees Archie in Jason's old uniform playing football, and that gives her flashbacks of Jason. She's seeing Jason instead of Archie. She has flashbacks of them holding hands, going to the river. There was also an earlier flashback where they were sharing a milkshake together. I'm sorry, I don't think that's a thing that brothers and sisters do. They don't share milkshakes. Boyfriend and girlfriend share milkshakes. Brother and sister don't share milkshakes. Unless brother and sister, I gotta deal with the Miss Grundy thing. I don't even want to go there yet. But this is where it gets very interesting. So Veronica comes up to Cheryl, comforts her, Betty sees it, and she's like, oh, Veronica is actually a good person. I shouldn't be mad at her about anything. But when Cheryl is crying, she's all like, you don't understand. You don't understand. He was supposed to come back. What? And then we find out in the final scene of the show that not only did Jason die from a gunshot and not from drowning, but he didn't die on July 4th. According to the autopsy, he actually died a week later, which means that he was actually alive that weekend that he was with Cheryl and somehow later on got killed. So the cops come in like, we gotta take you away, Cheryl, something ain't right. So Cheryl Blossom killed Jason. Here's what I'm thinking. No. The fact that she said that he was supposed to come back and the fact that he died a week later, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Cheryl was trying to plot something to make it seem like Jason had disappeared or was dead. I don't know what for. I don't know if it was to get back at Polly. I don't know if it was for some other random reason that we're gonna find out later. But for some reason, this was a plot that she had, from him going away to her being found crying, having the memorial for him, that maybe this was some kind of setup that she was trying to do, that he would then eventually come back and be like, all right, Jason's cool, he's all right. Because at first they didn't find the body, so it could have been very possible. But now the body's been found and proven to be shot, it feels like something must have happened that did not go according to Cheryl's plan. I think part of her plan included Jason actually coming back later that's now been destroyed by the fact that someone actually killed him. So she knows what happened up to the point of Jason disappearing, but I think him disappearing and then eventually dying from a gunshot, that has to do with something else that she don't even know about. That's my thought, that's my theory. We'll find out as the show progresses, but I'm thinking that Cheryl is guilty in the sense of knowing what's going on to some of the extent, but is not guilty in actually killing Jason. I think that's still somebody else. You see how this show is? It's like, it sounds ridiculous and stupid, but you see how I get worked up? I don't know, again, it could be because of the fact that I know the Archie characters, so it's kind of interesting to see them in these different interpretations, but whatever reason, man, this show got me, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the other shows you want me to watch, but this one got me. And it's only 13 episodes, so I figure what the heck. I hope you enjoy these conversations of Riverdale discussions, Riverdale recaps, Reviewdale. If you're new here, click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified of future videos that I make. And if you want more TV talk, I recently talked about finally watching season 1 of Stranger Things, so you can check out that video as well. And just one more thing, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, cause I love you like a plague cousin. I'm outie 5,000 change, y'all.